Hello everyone, let's see how we can create an purchase order. The commercial document issued by the company to the vendor which specifies the product quantity and agree amount of purchase is called a purchase agreement or a purchase order. Before continuing with the purchase order, an RFQ, that is request for quotation, has to be sent to the vendor. This will also help in keeping rigid track of the expenses. The purchase order is created only after the request for quotation has been approved by the authority. Seedor purchase module assists you in managing every aspect of the purchases conducted by the company. So let's get into our purchase module to see the process. So for that we need to go to a purchase. Here you can see an purchase module dashboard. So in this here we can see an RFQ. So we can send an purchase order through RFQ, or else you can directly create an purchase order from here itself. So to create an RFQ, you can click on create option to create it. And we have another filter methods called here. You can have a filter method. By using these filters and group by option, you can directly group by and filter it out. So this will be very helpful for us to understand what's that particular RFQ mean. So for whom we are creating that particular RFQ, like that you can see and filter it out. So for your more knowledge, you can add that in a favorite too. So similarly, we have more types of views like list view, campaign view, calendar view as well. So we have a pivot view also. So by using that pivot view, you can see all the in-depth details of the RFQ. Not only RFQ, if you need to group by, if you need to do it in the purchase order, you can make use of this. Okay. It will show an RFQ as well as the purchase order in a separate way. So to create an RFQ, we need to go back to the RFQ and click on the create option to create it. So an alternative way of creation of the purchase order is you can directly import it also. Here we have an import option. So by using that, you can also import it. To create a new one, you can click on the create option here. So this is an RFQ creation page. You can see the stages here. First one is an RFQ, and then RFQ sent, and then the purchase order. So to send an RFQ to the particular vendor, we need to select a vendor name here. So we need to select the vendor name here. So if the vendor is a new vendor, you can just create a new vendor from here itself. By clicking on the create and edit option, you can create a new vendor. And then the vendor reference, if any, that is the old purchase order bill, can also be added here. Okay. And then that here you need to add a product of that particular for whom you need to purchase a product, you need to mention here, and which product you need to purchase, you need to mention the product name here. Okay. So for example, I need to purchase, and I like to need to purchase a product called Dell laptop, so I need to purchase it. So here we need to mention the amount of here. Okay. So if you have any other taxes, you can mention the taxes here. And here we have more options, like we can send this particular RFQ through mail to the particular vendor which we have mentioned here. It will be directly sent in mail to the vendor which we have mentioned in that in a vendor we mentioned an email ID. So to that mail ID it will send an RFQ template. So by using that, the vendor can easily identify what the exact RFQ that we have sent. Okay. So, and then we have an option to print this. So we can print this and you can send it in a WhatsApp also. So we have an option for that also. And then to confirm an RFQ, you can use a confirmation option. And if you need to cancel the RFQ, you can better cancel it. And we have an advanced feature to import. So we have if you need to import more lines here, you can use an import purchase line option for that. and we have an alternative other options for that also. So here we can add and multiple products here. Okay, so now I'm going to confirm it. So once I have confirmed, the RFQ is locked. So no anyone have an access to change any of the things which is here. So if you need, okay, the admin can change this. Not other user can change, but admin can change what else you need to change. For example, it may be the rate, it may be the quantity of the product. So it may be anything, they can change it. Okay. So here we can see and receipt, or else you can click on the receive products to get into that. Now this is a page for validating that particular purchase order. So now I'm going to validate it, and I need to add this particular purchase, that is this particular product in our shop. So for that I'm going to click on validate option to validate it. Okay. So it will ask for a confirmation. Yes, I need to add this particular product in our shop. So I need to click on an apply option. Validate it. Now validation is done. Now this product is already added in our inventory module, that is in our shop. And in that at the time of validation, if you need to do an inspection like quality check, you can make use of this. Okay, here we have an option for inspection, so you can make use of it. And if you need to send this particular transfer details to through mail, you can make use of this option, that is send by mail option. So if you need to return that product, so whether if you so assume a scenario that if you done this inspection, at the time of inspection, if you get any fault, that is any scrap products are there, you can add that in a scrap. And if you need to return that product to the particular vendor from whom you need to have purchased, so you can make use of the return option to return the product to the particular vendor. Okay, so now we have created it. Now we need to create a bill for it. So if you need to create a bill for a particular RFQ, so you can click on the create bill option to create a new bill. So you can see the progress here. Okay, so now it is in the log state. So if you send that particular RFQ, so you can see an RFQ sent, and if it is in the confirmed state, once the RFQ is confirmed, it will be turned into an purchase order. So now I'm going to click on a create bill option. Okay, now we can go. Now we are in a page for creation of a bill. So it will be automatically fetch all the details which we have given in an RFQ state. And here we can see and total amount, whether it is in the tax, you can see and tax variations also. Okay, now I'm going to post this. So before that, I need to give any vendor reference need to be added here. So I'm going to add an old inventor bill. Okay, so this is an example or a sample bill. So I'm going to post it. Okay, so now I have posted this one. So we need to, here we can see an amount due is here. We need to pay this amount. Now I'm going to click on the register payment option. Now I'm going to complete the payment here by using this. Okay, I'm going to use an cash as a journal, and I'm going to do a partial payment. Okay, so for that you can make use of this, and you can make it partial payment also. So now I'm going to validate it. Yeah. Now you can see it is turns into an state posted and it is paid. Okay. And you can see there is a no amount due is here. That is amount pending is not here. And we can see and more details or that when we have paid this, which is paid on this time. So for more details, you can click here to see and journals and in which accurate time you can see here, and moreover details of that you can see in here. So if you need to add any credit notes, you can add the credit notes. If you need to click on and if you need to move this particular bill to the draft, you can make that also. And it will show a separate number, not this one. It will show a different number. Okay. So this number which we have confirmed is fixed. And you can make transfer also, that is if you have purchased, so you need to transfer that particular goods to anyone or anything, any places or any other location, you can do a shipments here. Okay, after purchase you can make a shipments, that's a main thing. So here we can make a shipments, so we need to mention an destination location here. You can see a destination location. Okay, and then we need to validate it. If you need, you can pay, put in that in the pack, and you can make an inspection and the as usual thing which we have seen before. So in this way we can create and purchase order. So rather than creating an RFQ, you can directly get into an purchase order also. And we have another more options like purchase lines can also be seen here. The overall purchase order lines can also be seen here, for from which vendor, which product is there. We have another more options to hide that. Okay, so for more options are there, we can make use of the group by and filter options. And we have an import functionality. Here we can add an purchase order. If you have need to be add any price list, you can add it here. And here you can see in products as well as the product variant can also be added. And then the reportings. Okay, so in reporting you can see more and more types of reports is here. So here you can see an product, that is the top vendor report can also be added. So if you have given this, so it will fetch the record which we have given here. Okay, so in this way we can make use of an reports. And we have another more models like top price list can also be seen here. So vendor price list can also be created here. So we all know that what is price list. So for each and every vendor or each and every places, or you can create an price list for that. So it belongs to an product, maybe a product, it may be per vendor you can set a price for the each and every product. So it's the main thing that we have. So the product's quantity or product amount which we have given in the price list will be taken at the time of purchase order. Okay, and we can see and more options like top buying product also can also be seen here by using according to the units and according to the purchases. You can see at this option. So in this way we can create and purchase. Thank you.